Thrifty Tech Teacher here. Going to talk you through the process of finding apps for your Kindle Fire device. Um, you can look for apps within the App Store of your actual Kindle Fire. I find I like to look at them on my computer because it's easier to navigate and to put filters and things like that on it. And so what you do is if on your main screen here, where these different categories are here, just go to apps and games and then hit return or enter. And it'll bring up the Amazon App Store. So there's tons and tons of apps, 80% of which are garbage. I'm going to just be really honest. But there is some, or I should say, there are some real gems hidden in here. So a couple things you can kind of pay attention to is this. Along the side, there are a wide variety of devices that this App Store supports, and so it's probably helpful to find whatever your device is. So in this case, I have the HD8. And a couple other things, depending on what you're looking for, generally I'm looking for educational apps, so I'll start there. And here you can get a lot of different apps. Some, of course, are free, and some of them are paid for apps, and in many cases that extra amount is worth whatever you would pay for it. So there's ways to actually narrow this down even more. I typically, when I'm searching for apps, will go to average customer review, so really only the best apps come first. And so as you go through, you can start to see. Now, if you're one of those people who just doesn't not want to pay for an app, that's fine. You can also come over and you can filter by price. You can say I only want to see the ones that are free. So this is one way to look for it. So for example, I might look for an app for telling time. So here I am in education, and we see some apps here. Some of them are free. Some of them are going to be paid for. When you see two that are very similar, generally the one that's free is going to have some sort of ads to support the cost, and I'm really hesitant to put any of those types of games in my classroom because I have no control over what they're going to advertise. One thing I want to point out here, though, is this label right here, actually free apps. Amazon, in an effort to get more and more people to use their app store, have these apps that are called actually free apps. So let me show you some more of these. And these are apps that are really high quality apps. And what they do is they give you them free, but there's no in-app purchases. It's the full version. And so it's in general it's a high quality app that Amazon is offering for free. So what you can do is you can go in and you can get the app. And what's really neat about this is you can send it to whatever device you want to send it to. So in this case, I would just send it to whatever Kindle, and you hit Get App. And in just a moment, that app will appear on that device. So if I go back here, let me go back just a little bit more. And show you the education apps. But instead of telling time, let me just show you all the education apps that are available. And then once again, hit this actually free apps. And then you'll see there are really a lot of high quality apps available for all different grade levels. And so you can filter through, you can kind of decide what you're looking for. And again, you might even find that searching for whatever your content area is. So in this case, if I search for third grade, and I click on actually free apps, we might get some nice apps, or maybe they're garbage. There's only one way to find out. You have to kind of go in and try them for yourself. So those are some ways to get free apps on the Amazon App Store, or great high quality apps. Another thing I want to show you is this, Common Sense Media. Common Sense Media is an awesome resource for parents. It's something I always share with colleagues and with the parents of my students and with friends and family. Just an awesome place for parents to get great ideas and have a sense of what valuable resources there are out there in terms of movies, TV, YouTube channels, books, games, and here we have apps. I could go on for a long time about Common Sense Media. You got to check it out. But here we're going to just go to reviews and then apps. And what's really neat about this is you can search for apps for children of any age. So let's say I'm going to be searching for apps that would be appropriate for an 8, 9, and then I've got some higher level kids in my class, kids that can perform at a higher level, I should say. And then what you can do is you can come down here and you can say select Kindle Fire. And here you will get a lot of different apps. And again, I like to do it by kind of the most popular apps. And you can get all sorts of great ideas for apps. Some will be free. Some are paid. So what you can do is you can kind of go in here and type in the free. Free to try means they let you try it for free for a few days or for a set amount of time. So here we get lots of great apps which are reviewed not only by the reviewers of the site, but also by parents and by kids themselves. And so just a lot of great resources here. It doesn't matter what the device is. This is a really great place to be. So let's say, for example, my kids are obsessed with Temple Run. So let me click on this one. This is just a fun game. There's no educational value here. But what you can do is you can go in and you can just get more information. Here it shows you where you can go onto Amazon or Google Play or iTunes to download it. And then they give you more information, which I think is so helpful. So is there an educational value to it? It wasn't created with an educational intent, and we don't recommend it for learning. Okay, great. How easy is it to play? Does it have any violence? So you can click on it, and you get real specifics. In Temple Run, you are chased by a pack of screaming monkeys. If they catch up to you, you'll become a tasty snack for these monkeys. Similarly, players can die by running off a ledge. Okay, so you get an idea of what's coming ahead. Other things like language or consumerism, drinking, drugs, smoking, all of this stuff for every app. So it really does go very in depth. Parents say you need to be 10 or older. Kids say 7 or older. So I think it's very, very helpful. So when I'm looking for apps, really Common Sense Media is where I start. If you have a great app or a great suggestion or way of finding apps that you'd like to share, please put those in the comments below. And hopefully I'll share some more ideas in the future. Thanks.